In this video we will talk about the prophet Obadiah. His name comes from the Hebrew Obadiah, and that signifies servant or worshipper of Yahweh. He is one of the 12 minor prophets of the Old Testament. His name was very common among the Hebrews. Obadiah talks about the history of two nations, Israel and Edom. At the point when Israel closes their phase of slavery by Egypt, they arrived in the terrains of the Edomites. Here they come to have different struggles and conflicts, although it should be noted that, since ancient times, the land of Jacob and Esau had already had them. Edom is the name by which the descendants of Esau are recognized. One of the several conflicts between these two nations happened when the Edomites helped Nebuchadnezzar II during the conflict between the Hebrews and the Chaldeans. At the point when Judah felt the strain of Nebuchadnezzar in the years 589 to 587 before Christ, Edom not in the least didn't help them or gave assistance, yet additionally appears to have teamed up with the Babylonians. Thus says the Lord God, because of what Edom did against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and has greatly offended by avenging itself on them, therefore thus says the Lord God, I will also stretch out my hand against Edom, cut off man and beast from it, and make it desolate from Teman. Dedan shall fall by the sword. I will lay my vengeance on Edom by the hand of my people Israel, that they may do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, says the Lord God. Ezekiel 25 verses 12 to 14. Before continuing, we would like to invite you to visit our official page, Origins 88. You can find the link in the description of this video or search for us directly in your browser. There you will find a large number of biblical and historical studies related to the Bible. We continue with the video. Remember, O Lord, against the sons of Edom the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, to its very foundation. Psalm 137 verse 7. Obadiah talks the destiny of Edom and the Lord's retribution against it. An unfaithful and thankless country, which generally celebrates in the misfortunes of the people of Israel. Edom, an arrogant and proud nation that generally acts as per the desires of the world and of the flesh. The book of Obadiah is the briefest in the Old Testament, having only one chapter with 21 verses that talk from the destruction of Edom, and the justifications for why it will be annihilated, to the salvation of Israel. Its distribution is as per the following. From verse 1 to verse 9 it discusses the destruction that will strike Edom. Will I not in that day, says the Lord, even destroy the wise men from Edom, and understanding from the mountains of Esau? Then your mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that everyone from the mountains of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Obadiah 1 verses 8 to 9. From verse 10 to 14, he discusses the reasons behind the judgment and destruction that will fall on the Edomites. In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers carried captive his forces, when foreigners entered his gates and cast lots for Jerusalem, even you were as one of them. But you should not have gazed on the day of your brother in the day of his captivity, nor should you have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, nor should you have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Obadiah 1 verses 11 to 12. At long last, from verse 15 to 21, Obadiah discusses the day of the Lord and the salvation of Israel. But on Mount Zion there shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, but the house of Esau shall be stubble. They shall kindle them and devour them, and no survivor shall remain of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken. Obadiah 1 verses 17 to 18. There is no documented record of the death of the prophet Obadiah. Since it is a short book, it has no reference to the personal life of the prophet.